using geometry formulas. A quick note about units. Area is always squared to the second power, so feet squared, inches squared, centimeters squared, so on. Volume is always cubed or to the third power. Everything else is just to the first power. Example 1. Find the radius of a circle given its diameter. Express the answer as a simplified fraction. So you can see we have a circle, and the diameter is shown as 9 millimeters. Step 1. Write the general formula. Well, we know the diameter is twice the radius, or d equals 2 times r. True, but not helpful, because we're trying to find the radius. So we want to rewrite it. So it says radius is the diameter divided by 2. That's better. Step 2, replace the variable / constant, those are the letters, with the values from the problem. Well, the diameter is given as 9. That goes in for the d. So radius is 9 divided by 2. Now we do the arithmetic using the order of operations, and we get 9 over 2. There's not much to do here. Put the answer in the form requested. Since they wanted just a simplified fraction, we don't have to do anything else other than attach the units to it. So it's not an area and not a volume. It's just as is, millimeters. If they'd asked for a decimal, then we'd have to divide. If they'd asked for a mixed number, then we'd have to convert. But here it just says simplified fraction. So the answer is 9/2 millimeters. 9 over 2 millimeters. Example 2. Find the area of a circle given its diameter. Use 3.14 for pi. Round to the nearest tenth. So you can see we got a circle. The diameter is shown as 6 inches. Step 1. Write the general formula. Well, area equals pi r squared. Step 2. Replace the variables constants with the values from the problem. Pi we're told to use is 3.14. And the radius, we weren't given the radius, but because we were given the diameter, which is 6, we know the relationship between the radius and the diameter, so the radius is 3. The formula calls for the radius, so that's what we put in, 3. Then we do the arithmetic using the order of operations. 3 squared is 9, so 3.14 times 9, which gives us 28.26. Put the answer in the form requested, in this case round to the nearest tenth. So there's our 10th position. We have to look 1 to the right. 6 is 5 or higher, so it raises the 2 to a 3. So it's 28.3. Tack on the units. It's an area, so it's going to be the second power. It was inches, so it's inches squared. So the answer is 28.3 inches squared. Example 3. Find the volume of a sphere having a radius of 5 centimeters. Use 3.14 for pi, round to the nearest tenth. You can see we have a sphere, a ball. Write the general formula. Well, the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Might be easier to write it this way, 4 pi r cubed over 3. Either way will work. I prefer this way. So it's 4 times pi times the radius cubed. So we plug in the values. Step 2, replace the constants and letters with the values from the problem. So pi we're told is 3.14. The radius we can clearly see is 5. Step 3, do the arithmetic using the order of operations. So 5 to the third power gives us 125, so 4 times 3.14 times 125, all over 3. So 4 times 3.14 gives us 12.56. Then we multiply that times the 125, which gives us 1570 over 3. And it comes out to be 523.33333333. Put the answer in the requested form, round to the nearest tenth. Nothing changes because 3 is less than 5. So it's 523.3. We're talking volume, so it's centimeters cubed. Example 4, find the area of the indicated parallelogram. So we're given the top base 1 is 9, base 2, the bottom is 13, and the height is 5. Write the general formula. Well, the area of a trapezoid, this happens to be a trapezoid, is 1/2 the height times the sum of the two bases. Okay, so that's what the picture would look like for a trapezoid. I prefer to write it this way, which is it'll be on the formula sheet that we provide. Height times the sum of the bases, all divided by 2. Place the variables, constants, letters with the values from the problem. So the height is 5, base 1 is 9, base 2 is 13. Do the arithmetic using the order of operations. So 9 plus 13 is 22. 5 times 22 is 110, which reduces very nicely to 55. Put the answer in the form requested. They didn't give us any form. So it's feet squared because it's an area. So it's 55 feet squared. Example 5. Find the volume of a cone having a radius of 7 inches and a height of 10 inches. Use 22/7 for pi. Write answer as a simplified fraction. Step 1, write the general formula. 1/3 pi r squared h. So now we're going to put the values in for the letters. Pi we're given as 22/7. The radius is 7, and the height is 10. I like to see my fractions here since I've got a pi as a fraction. Makes it easier to tell what's on top, what's on the bottom. Now we do the arithmetic using the order of operations. 7 squared gives us 49. I'm going to go ahead and reduce at this point. And then I'm going to multiply the top and then multiply the bottom. And I end up with 1540/3. Put the answer in the form requested. It says simplified fraction. And I can't do anything with it. I put the units on it, and it's inches cubed. 3 doesn't go into 1540, so I'd leave it as is. So the answer is 1540/3 inches cubed.